From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed. Hundreds are gathered at an arena in Colwood, BC to celebrate the life of former British Columbia Premier John Horgan. Current Premier David Eby, federal NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, and Prime Minister Justin Trudeau are in attendance, calling Horgan quick-witted, brilliant, and unflinching in his values and beliefs.
Combining progressive values, pragmatism, wisdom, and compassion, he never shied away from challenges, but above all, he had an extraordinary sense of humor.
Horgan stepped down after 5 years as premier and left politics a few months later, only to be appointed the ambassador to Germany in November of 2023. He died on November 12th at age 65 after fighting a third bout of cancer. Canada Post and the Canadian Union of Postal Workers spent the weekend in hearings by the country's Labour Board on whether the two sides have reached an impasse as the work stoppage hits the 1-month mark. The hearings come after the federal government pushed to end the work stoppage by 55,000 striking Canada Post workers on Friday. Mail could start moving across the country as early as this week. That's if the Labour Board determines a deal isn't doable before the end of the year. Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon's office says a decision from the Labour Board is expected on Monday or Tuesday, noting that the ruling is out of the government's hands. A spokesman for the Crown Corporation says it will notify Canadians as quickly as possible when its operations resume. As the federal government looks to drastically reduce its immigration targets over the next few years, the mayors of Northern Ontario's largest cities say they need more immigrants to sustain local economies and population.
Mayors of Sault Ste. Marie, Thunder Bay, and Sudbury say they want the federal government to deliver on its promise to permanently enshrine a pilot program that resettles skilled workers in their communities. The mayors say the rural and northern immigration pilot had already helped their communities grow significantly over the last few years. The Liberal government has cited a housing shortage and healthcare demands as reasons why it's significantly cutting its immigration target for permanent residents and dramatically scaling back temporary resident programs. Brenda Molina Navidad, The Canadian Press.
The Liberal government's fall economic statement is set to be released tomorrow. Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland hasn't committed to meeting the $40.1 billion deficit target she had set for the government last year. The Liberal government is also expected to lay out its plan to tackle the threat of U.S. tariffs when it publishes the economic statement. And there could be more visitors at some Rocky Mountain tourism destinations following last summer's devastating Jasper wildfire. Travel industry insiders say hotel operators in Banff, Lake Louise, and Canmore are preparing for a busier than normal summer next year. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, there are 5 games in the NHL today, including one in Toronto, where the Maple Leafs host the struggling Buffalo Sabres. It's the second game in a back-to-back for Toronto, who fell 4-2 to the Detroit Red Wings last night. There are 7 games in the NBA today, but the Toronto Raptors have the day off. They'll host the Chicago Bulls tomorrow. Canada finished the World Short Course Swimming Championships with 15 medals. Summer McIntosh added another silver in the women's 200-meter backstroke, putting Canada's total at 4 gold, 5 silver, and 6 bronze. The 18-year-old sensation from Toronto finished the competition with 3 gold medals and 1 silver and set 3 world records. Marie-Sophie Harvey of Trois-Rivières, Quebec, also took silver in the women's 200-meter freestyle today. And Canada picked up yet another gold at a short-track speed skating World Cup stop in South Korea, alongside another silver and bronze. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.